What's going on, guys? This is Blackbird Cryptocurrency coming at you with another video. It's been a while, huh? Sorry for being out for so long, guys. I was a little under the weather, and yesterday there was a lot of craziness going on in the world, so I spent a lot of my time on Twitter letting my opinion known. And for those of you who follow me, you will know what I was up to. I may actually do a video later on that in the relationship between international politics and cryptocurrency. But let's go ahead and get started. So in today's video, I want to talk to you about Vertcoin and how it is starting to get some major attention and why there will likely be an influx of institutional money in the near future, which is really big news if you are holding Vertcoin, especially if you've been holding throughout this bear period. But before we get into that, let's talk about the market and also take a quick look at Bitcoin. So the market cap is currently sitting at $275 billion. We are up from those lows of around 250. I posted a few days ago on Twitter that the market cap support, in my opinion, was approximately $250 billion. And so long as we stayed above that support line, I think we were in the clear. I don't think we're out of the woods yet in terms of the bear market, but we are in a neutral to soft bear state. I don't know if soft bear is an actual thing, but it's not an aggressive bear market. We'll put it that way. Bitcoin is up approximately about 1/10 of a percentage point within the last hour, 1.2 percentage points within 24 hours. Ethereum is about neutral. It's down 1/2 of a percentage point, up 3.7% within the last 24 hours. And Litecoin is up 2.4% within the last 24 hours. I was looking at EOS and I saw 39.16. That's just wild. But yeah, EOS doing big things, up 39% in the last 24 hours. But Litecoin is up 2.4. So let's take a quick look at Bitcoin and talk a little bit about what's going on. As you can see, we have a tightening pattern coming in over these last few days. So that means volatility on Bitcoin is decreasing. So you can look at this as sort of as a pressure cooker. There's a lot of buildup going on, and people are anticipating which direction this market is going to break. It's either going to break up or it's going to break down. And the bears and the bulls are on the sideline waiting to see who is going to make the first move. So expect this market to break out, if not tomorrow, certainly by Friday. You're going to see a breakout in one direction or the other. Bitcoin's RSI levels are approximately at 40. Market is still trading sideways. It's pretty neutral. We're a little close to oversold territory, but we haven't hit that floor yet of approximately 30. As you can see, the RSI line for Bitcoin has been bouncing off of approximately 30. When it hits that, it'll go up. It has bounced off of 42, so we could see an increase from here, but we'll just see how that plays out. But look for a major capitulation event in the near future. You're going to see a spike in volume, and you're going to see either a green bar or a red bar. And Vertcoin for the day is up 3%, and it's up 2.5 percentage points versus Bitcoin. All right, so let's get into today's topic. This was actually brought to my attention on Twitter by DubATL, and I retweeted it. And by the way, guys, if you see something that is of interest to the Vertcoin community, try to bring it to my attention so I can do a video on it. I want to try to get the word out there as much as possible about this project. So if you see something cool like this, let me know. Shoot me a message on Twitter. I'll retweet it, and if it's really good, I'll probably post a video about it. So let's get into this. And a lot of this stuff you're going to already know, especially if you invest in Vertcoin. But what we're going to have to discuss are the implications of this article, and I think that's the really big news. So let's go through some of this article. So Vertcoin, the next Litecoin. And this was on the Investitude website, and it was written by C.J. Rochelle. And we'll talk a little bit about Investitude and what that means. So when analyzing an asset, it is important to ask particular questions. First, how much value does accessibility give to an asset? Second, what kind of unique value does the asset provide relative to its competitors? Most cryptocurrency investors are familiar with the Coinbase effect. Once a previously uncommon coin reaches a mainstream exchange, its value increases drastically. We have seen this happen with Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash within the last few months. The accessibility of Vertcoin and most other cryptocurrencies are gaining more mainstream availability. The Vertbase development team has announced that they will be creating their own USD VTC exchange known as Vertbase. And a correction, this is not the Vertcoin team. Well, I'm sorry, the Vertbase. Okay, sorry. I thought it said the Vertcoin team, but yeah, the Vertbase development team has announced they will be creating their own USD exchange known as Vertbase. Of course, they are working with the Vertcoin team, but I just want to make that clear. This is not a project that is directly out of the development team of Vertcoin, but they are helping out the Vertbase team to bring this project into fruition. So let's go on with the report. This 2018 project is exciting, and if it is executed effectively, it will make Vertcoin much more accessible for the mainstream population. However, Vertbase is still in its beta phase of production, which implies concern when addressing issues such as scaling and security, especially after the NiceHash debacle. And NiceHash, for those of you who do not know, is a cryptocurrency mining pool, and there was a situation where $70 million, I believe, of Bitcoin were stolen. Overall, the motive behind the project is good, but nearly every other cryptocurrency will become more accessible throughout 2018. So how will Vertcoin distinguish itself among the many other altcoins? Community. I think this is big. As a person who has, at the very least, has been through Reddit boards, and while I haven't been an active participant until fairly recently, I can say this community is a great community. It's welcoming. It's not rude. But let's go into what the report says. Vertcoin has a distinguished community. To many in the crypto world, Vertcoin is known as the people's coin. This interesting nickname is derived from Vertcoin's mining system. For most mainstream coins, such as Bitcoin, each block requires one algorithm for a block to be solved in the blockchain. However, Vertcoin's blockchain requires 5 algorithms to be solved in order for a block to be executed. As a result of this technological architecture, the Vertcoin blockchain is ASIC miner resistant. An ASIC miner is a hardware system specifically created to mine cryptocurrency with an accelerated hash rate. Whichever system has a higher hash rate, the larger portion of the block fee it receives upon completion. Hash rate is measured in mH/sec. From this, many have realized mining can be a business, and the market has become flooded with ASIC systems. Genesis Mining is one major company that has done this, and although executing blocks stabilizes the blockchain, it has many negative repercussions because it gives too much power and centralization to companies such as Genesis Mining. ASIC systems also have a negative implementation due to the extreme amounts of electricity they consume. This is the reason why 2017 global Bitcoin mining was equivalent to 159 countries around the world, including developing nations such as Ireland. This kind of mining setup is not sustainable for an energy efficient future. Sorry about that. Large mining companies have made it uneconomical for the average person with a standard gaming NVIDIA GPU to mine because it cannot compete with the accelerated hash rate of an ASIC system. Since Vertcoin is ASIC miner resistant, it is one of the most profitable coins to mine. Any PC gamer with a NVIDIA GPU can use their system to mine whenever they are not using it for gaming or video purposes. And we won't go through the entire report, but it also talks about the coin's rankings and how it has one of the largest subreddits, and additionally that market cap, which has plenty of room to grow. So I think this is self-evident that Vertcoin is probably going to be one of the biggest coins of 2018. But what is really important about this article is who wrote it, or at least the platform that it came out of. It came out of Investitute, and let's see who Investitute is connected to. It is connected to this guy, John Najarian, and I believe it was him on Twitter who shared this story. And who is John Najarian? He is a commentator for CNBC, and he is the co-founder of this organization, Investitute. So think about this. All it takes is for John Najarian to go on CNBC and profile this to millions of institutional investors. And what do you think that will do to Vertcoin's market cap, especially when it has an increased degree of accessibility with a platform like Vertbase? So investors will not have to first pick up Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin and convert it in order to get Vertbase, but institutional money can flow straight into it. And all it takes, like I said, is this guy going on CNBC. And if I'm correct, he has already tweeted this information out to his followers. So let's just go to my profile and I'll pull up the retweet here, and we'll go to Vertcoin's page, and they mentioned this report coming out. Obviously a lot of people were excited, including myself. And let's go to my retweets. Sorry about that. Tweets and replies. Oh, okay, here he goes. Yeah, so John Najarian, and yeah, here he goes. On Twitter, verified account, 271,000 followers. So that's now almost 300,000 more people who are aware of this project. And like I said, the moment it goes on CNBC, which is inevitable, it's going to be known to millions of people. And finally, I want to wrap up with Verified Digital Assets. Those of you who do not know about Verified Digital Assets, this is an organization, or it's a listing of assets that comes out of Cryptoneer. And this is typically seen as the benchmark for what I would call blue chip cryptocurrency investments. So they are very conservative with the verified digital assets that they have listed. Ones that we know that have market caps, I believe, that are all over $1 billion. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Monero, Ripple, etc. All of these verified digital assets have market caps over $1 billion. And I think we could see a future where Vertcoin is on this list. So the upswing is large, and like I said, big money and institutional investors are starting to catch wind of this. So expect this to be one of the biggest projects of 2018. Okay guys, thank you for tuning in. I'll probably be coming at you with another video tonight. It's not going to be as upbeat, but I think it's something we should definitely talk about, especially cryptocurrency. But in the meantime, I want to share this great news about Vertcoin, and especially this report. If you like the video, don't forget to give me a like, smash that like button, and also don't forget to subscribe. In the meantime, I will talk to you later. Bye.